What's going on, BFL fam? I'm Carlos, and this is Steven.
How's it going? Thank you for watching.
Coming to you today from Redolessence Studio in New Jersey.
Yep.
Thanks for the use of your space, sir.
Yeah, of course. Anytime. You're always welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate it. What does your shirt say there?
Oh, this shirt says, "All hail the beard."
Look at that plug! Look
Gotta
at that
support
plug!
our friend. That's
Looking
right.
out. Right here on BFL. So much for that. Today, it's all about Salvatore Ferragamo, the new release from their Uomo series called Uomo Signature. Keep it right there, and we'll tell you all about it. So both myself and Mr. Redolessence were fans of the original, which came out in 2016?
16, yeah.
A flanker came out in 2017 called Casual Life. And this year we have Signature. It's the Parfum version. The others were Eau de Toilette Concentrations.
Okay, cool.
It's composed by Alberto Morillas, the very busy Alberto Morillas.
For sure, yeah. Fan favorite.
Just came out. I got mine at Bloomingdale's.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about, you know,
some of the differences,
Yeah.
maybe do a little comparison, and maybe then we'll pick a favorite towards the end of the video.
Sounds good to me.
Cool.
Why did we love that initial release so much?
Oh, gosh. So this is the tiramisu fragrance, right?
It is
So
indeed.
it has a lot of sweet notes. It has a little bit of a coffee vibe, although it's not listed in
Right.
the note breakdown. There's tonka bean in there. The new one has tonka bean absolute in it. So they spare no expense when it comes to a lot of the sweeter notes. Although some of it can be a little synthetic, but I love that tiramisu vibe that I get from it. Very nutty and rich and cinnamony.
The original was kind of on the loud side, honestly.
Okay.
It didn't last a long time, but while it did, it was very present and everyone smelled it around you. It was borderline nuclear, but not jumping off the cliff.
I definitely got noticed wearing the original too.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people made comments.
And a lot of my female collaborators always loved that one. I mean, every single one of them. Olia, Stephanie,
Wow.
that was her baby. I believe Tiff loved it too.
Okay, yeah.
But it definitely was well received by my coworkers.
Yeah, people are pretty receptive to sweet notes. That's what I've seen. Yeah, whether it be vanilla or tonka bean
sure.
or cinnamon. Yeah.
They do say that vanilla is
Aphrodisiac?
yes. I would have never thought of the word, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Released this year, this is the Parfum version, as I said before. Alberto Morillas, it's an Eau de Parfum concentration. Did I say that already? But in case you missed it, it's an Eau de Parfum concentration.
Cool.
This has notes of grapefruit, Italian mandarin. It has pink pepper, it has star anise, it has green cardamom. It has cinnamon, tonka bean, absolute, patchouli, and leather.
Oh, okay. So a lot of oriental notes in there with the patchouli and the sweet notes. Cool. Now, so I've been wearing it on skin for a couple hours now, right?
And I wore it to work all day yesterday.
So I'm wearing 3 or 4 different fragrances, one on each hand, and then I have the one here. I think of the ones that I'm wearing right now, this one is radiating the most.
Okay.
I don't think it's nuclear or beast
isn't.
mode or anything like that, but I can definitely smell it in the air. When you spray it for the first time, it's definitely closer to the original than it is to Casual Life, which was kind of like a lighter variant of Uomo.
This got lost in my usage of it for some reason. Not that I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Or maybe I didn't love it as much as I did the original.
Right,
But
right,
it
right.
kind of just got lost in the shuffle of that designer, easy breezy kind of fragrance. It's a good one, but I just never wore it. I got a lot of use out of the original, for sure.
Yeah.
And this, as I said, I wore it all day to work yesterday. My experience was that I sprayed it on easily, not too much.
Yeah.
I couldn't smell myself. And at work, nobody really noticed at first.
Okay.
I went to lunch and I did a reapplication and I put on a lot and on my shirt. That smells so good. Oh, I like that one. Ooh, what is that? I like it. Suddenly everybody's eyes lit up and it was the opposite of what happened in the morning. Nobody noticed. I don't think that it's as strong as the original.
Okay. It's not as loud projecting.
It's a trail fragrance. The best example that I can give you and you guys is the way the Bleu de Chanel Parfum wears as opposed to the other two.
Okay. All right.
It's there, it's present, but not nuclear, and it leaves a trail as you walk by.
Yeah.
It was definitely something that was noticed as I walked by the chicks at work.
Yeah, and you know what? Whenever I wore the original, I did get a compliment here and there. Nothing outrageous, like nobody saying, "Oh my God, what are you wearing?" or anything like that.
They didn't love it as much
but
as we did, right?
Like, yeah, exactly. And so I think, especially a lot of us guys, kind of like geared towards some of the sweeter notes.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, truth be told, it does smell good. I can see what they were doing with Casual Life, wanting it to make it a little more cologne-y or lighter.
A little more
but
fun.
I think here, going back to their roots and making it sweeter and actually something quite similar to the original, I like that direction that it's going in.
It's a bit gentlemanly.
Mm-hmm.
It's very elegant, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
It's not loud in any kind of way, any kind of synthetic notes. It smells really like a polished, more sophisticated version, if you will, of this. This is younger, it's sweeter, it's more fun.
Yeah.
And this is just like a well-dressed man.
Yeah, I get that comparison too, because one of the distinctions between the original and the new 2018 version is that this has leather. Mm-hmm. And people online are saying that they really pick up on the leather. What do you think in regards to that?
I don't... It's a soft leather accord. It's not a very present...
Right, it's not rough and tumble. It's not aggressive. It's not like a Tuscan leather or something like that.
The Tonka Bean Absolute gives it a very nice creamy edge that's just really nice.
Yeah.
And the patchouli, you get, with the patchouli and the Tonka Bean, you get kind of like a chocolate kind of vibe. It smells gourmandy to me, but not losing its class.
Yes, I agree. It's not sickly sweet or like overly sweet. In terms of, now that I smell it again, in terms of the leather note and how it's utilized in here, it kind of reminds me a little bit of CH for Men Privé. Just something about it with the sweetness, but then there's also like this dark undertone to it.
You mean that empty bottle over there? They used up to the very last drop?
Can you grab it?
Sure.
There it is, yeah.
Completely
Yeah, I
gone.
actually wore through that. So
Glad you enjoyed it.
it's good.
Hope
It's a
you
good
enjoyed
one.
it.
Yeah, and so I feel like those are in the same vein. They're kind of sweet. There's like this dark undercurrent about it. I actually really like this one.
I think it's well done. I don't know if I love it more than the original just yet. Mm-hmm. I do like it. I do approve. It doesn't shout. It has a soft presence about it, but it does leave a trail.
Yeah.
Longevity is probably in the average area. Now this one, longevity was not nuclear either.
The projection was good.
Yes.
Right.
It's average. It's kind of in the 4-hour mark. I think that it would get you through a date night or going out. It's not a club scent. It has an air of sophistication for sure, I think.
Yeah, I get that too. And I like the comparison that you made, or the picture that you painted of somebody being dressed up and they really want to make heads turn and you want to get people's attention, because obviously it's not going to smell like every other aquatic, freshy, generic scent out there. And so I like that it goes in that sweet direction, but without paying too much of an emphasis on the note of tonka bean, because I feel like that's overdone in the industry as well.
It's a creamy tonka bean going on in this one.
Right.
Which adds to the whole richness of the fragrance. It's not loud. It's one that you'll probably have to apply a little more than you typically do. But if you do, people will notice. It worked. There was 3 to 4 in a row as I walked by. Ooh, ooh. I love that. I always say that where I work, it's always a great place to test the fragrance because you're around lots of people. Your coworkers, I have up to 40 coworkers, and then I see customers all day long. So it's a good way to gauge a fragrance for sure.
You're right. You're right. That's true.
So are you, in your line of work as well.
Oh yeah, like a couple hundred.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, what do we like? What do we suggest for you? Our final assessment is, or mine at least, I'll let you speak afterwards.
Okay.
I don't want to speak for you,
Sure. No, go right
my
ahead.
apologies. I think that this original is younger, it's sweeter, it's louder. This is not old man-ish, but it's definitely a little more mature, a little more refined, and not as loud. If you like a fragrance that smells good and leaves a trail, this would be for you. I would check it out. Yeah. But you young guys, check it out too. I really don't want to pigeonhole this fragrance into an age. It's nice enough to warrant a test at the very least.
Yeah, that's a good assessment. I think if you're smelling them in the air, they're going to smell quite familiar to one another. I think, like you said, this is for somebody who's a bit more mature. It's much more polished, very well put together. The original is kind of like a bit assertive, and it's not afraid of its presence. I think on a personal level, I kind of like the original, because that's what started or spawned the whole thing. Even if I were to like talk about the amens, I always go back to the original for some reason, as much as I love pure Havana and pure malt. But I think it's a solid release. I know this is your bottle. Will I be purchasing a bottle? Probably. Yeah, I do like it.
Is it redundant to own both or three, in your opinion, sir?
I don't think it's redundant to own one of these in casual life. I think these are different enough from one another that, you know, you can pull one off in the hotter weather, one in the colder weather. If you have this, would I pick up Signature? I don't think so. But if you do run out of this and you're considering, do I repurchase the original or do I buy the new one? I would say try the new one out now, so you can experience that diversity. But I think they're good. If you are a huge fan of the original, I think you should pick up Signature.
Or at the very least, try it, as I always say.
Yeah.
A little fun fact about this, it looks as if the bottle is opaque. And I hope I've said throughout this review, I don't remember now if I said Signature.
You did,
good.
Yeah.
But it looks opaque, but if you put it up to the light, you can actually see the juice level inside. I don't know if I can show you that here, but you can see through the bottle when you put it up. There, go. See it?
Yeah,
see?
I could see that. Yeah.
So there you have it. Well, you guys, thanks so much for watching our review of the newly released Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo Signature. Short and sweet like we always do. Well, maybe not so short and sweet, but...
there was a lot of ground to cover.
Absolutely. I would love to do a giveaway for this. I have here, somewhere here, in my magic bag of tricks, I have a... Hold on. Let me just hold it.
Of course.
I have a... Whoop! Upside down. I have... It's a travel spray. I think they're 5 ml each of the original and Casual Life. And we have 3 carded samples of the newly released Signature.
Cool.
For one lucky subscriber. All you have to do is subscribe to Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, subscribe to Mr. G right here.
Thank you.
Like this video, then leave one comment down below with what you enjoyed most about this video today. If you're new to this channel, please do consider subscribing. If you haven't been a subscriber, click on that bell icon so you don't miss notifications of new review, new content, giveaways, all the fragrance fun always happening right here at Redolessence Studio, or wherever we are at BFL. Take care, stay blessed, and we will see you at the next review.
Bye.